If you own the 24-70 f2.8, should you upgrade?
Or should you keep what you got?
We can chase the sunrise.
Wow, dude, this focus is right. I mean, I am actually able to focus.
Yep.
I am excited about these two lenses.
Hey, I am too.
Welcome back to Moto Photo, everybody! You know, this is the politically incorrect motorcycle / photo adventure travel show.
That was my Fortnite joke.
I love.
If you're a motorcycle rider and a photographer, you'll understand the Fortnite reference.
If you're a motorcycle rider, why does Fortnite always put it in?
I don't know, but don't say anything that'll get us banned.
It'll give us away.
Anywho.
Welcome back to Moto Photo Adventures, everybody. We are still at the Nikon tour at the beautiful Together Animal Sanctuary.
That's right.
We had the pleasure of meeting Tamara Lackey, who's a Nikon ambassador ever since the beginning of that program. She's unbelievable, incredible photographer. And her husband, Stephen, own the beautiful Together Animal Sanctuary here in Chapel Hill.
So, what are we doing today? Yesterday was Moto Video Adventures. Today it's Moto Photo Adventures. Yesterday was the ZR cinema camera, and today I am holding, which doesn't really matter, the Z5 II, but today we're going to compare two of the same kind of lenses from different what do you call it?
Eras?
Eras, yes, eras.
The Z series of lenses, everybody knows, has been an unbelievable, remarkable upgrades to the F-mount lenses from before. And I have been just tickled pink with the clarity and sharpness of the Z glass on my Nikon Z9, ZF, and so on and so forth. I'm playing with a Z6 III today, just why not? You know, it's a camera I don't own. And I've got my new 24-70 Z series f2.8S2. So this is the version 2.
And this is the version 1.
Of the version 1.
24-70. Let's do an obvious comparison. What are the major differences that you decided that you would like to move from a version 1 to a version 2?
Well, first of all, it was a brand new lens, just came out, and I know from past experience that I can get a little bit more value from my old gear, selling it on Marketplace or wherever, than if I wait too long. And I was just jonesing to get something a little bit lighter. The version 2 is a fantastic lens. It's unbelievable, but it weighs 805 grams. The new lens is only 675. So a significant difference in the weight. And I notice it on an 8-10 hour wedding. You know, it's noticeable by the end of the day.
Now, is that that's an interesting fact to go down in weight, but up in quality.
Absolutely.
Isn't that interesting?
It is unbelievable. And when we talk about quality, we're talking about not just the sharpness, but all of it.
Yes. Well, they're comparable in image sharpness, image quality, but the things that you get in the version 2 that are the upgrades from here, which we'll discuss in just a moment, especially this is a lens and a photo, but it does have a video upgrade as well.
As very, very true.
Yep.
Before we get into that, why don't you talk about what you just showed us?
So, in my opinion, the internal zoom of the new one is better than the external zoom of this one. And I'll give you an obvious reason why. Let's say, for example, you are a video shooter and you have this on a stabilizing gimbal and you have it balanced perfectly. When you do this, you now have changed the center of gravity. And so now your gimbal is not gimbaling anymore. So if you need internal zoom constant, then this, for video, this is the one to go for.
Correct.
That was one of the main physical differences.
And in addition, same line of thought, having that outer element moving forward and back and the barrel extending not as well weather sealed.
Yes, that's a true fact as well.
Now, another thing that you'll notice physically, besides having that extending zoom, the new version takes a 77 millimeter filter instead of the old version had an 82, which is a little bit of an odd size. You know, most pro lenses have a 77 millimeter, like the 70-200. You know, a lot of those other lenses have a 77 millimeter filter thread.
So you can buy one for all of them instead of having to buy a separate one for this one. That's
correct.
Good.
You mentioned the video, so let's jump into that.
Okay.
The Silky Swift autofocus motor on these is unbelievable.
About 5 times faster from what I understand.
Really smooth, really quiet. So big advantage, of course, with video, but with photography as well. I shoot a lot of variety of different things, but sports is one of them. Wildlife is another. And those are situations where the Silky Swift autofocus motor is a huge improvement over the other one. Those motors are typically reserved for the high end, the kind of lenses that you see on the sideline of a big sporting event, you know, 400 2.8, 300 2.8, that sort of lens, but now they're putting them into a general all-purpose lens like this.
I'll take the lens hood off for just a second, and I want to look at just a compatible length difference between the two.
Yep.
And you will see that the old one is about an inch or so shorter. So if that is a consideration, at its compact,
Correct.
if that is a consideration, take that into
But
consideration.
zoom it out.
But zoomed out at 200 millimeters, now we have
It's a little bit
approximately the
longer.
same or a little bit longer on the version 1.
The converse to that, even though this one is a little bit longer at its compact size, it is a little bit narrower. So I have little pockets in my camera bag that different lenses fit into. This just tends to fit in my little slot better. And the fact that it's an inch taller doesn't matter. My camera bag is tall enough
That
to
might be
accommodate
why
it.
the weight differential, because 82 millimeter front element versus 77, the glass is where the weight comes in, not the plastic body. It's the weight. So I'm assuming that all the elements in this one, being a smaller diameter, would contribute to the weight factor.
Okay, so a couple of downsides, not necessarily downsides, but just factors that wouldn't have applied to me for upgrading. Number one is you lose the LED screen on the top. So you notice a lot of the newer Nikon Z professional lenses have the LED screen, and you can program that to show you different things. So it can show you what your aperture is, or you
Focal
know
distance.
what your focal distance is, whatever might be helpful to you. I never used it.
I
Ever.
wonder if anybody does. Leave in the comments. Do you ever look, like, if you're in the back of your camera looking at all of the all of the settings back here, do you do this and look at the top? Or is it so that you can pull the screen out and look down at it and see what you've got going on? I don't know. I've never used it either, so.
Good question. Let us know in the comments if you use that feature. Instead, they replaced it with another custom function button.
Ah,
so
yes.
now you can program multiple custom functions to different things as opposed to that one.
Yes.
Now, the other factor that to me was kind of a meh is the lens hood. You had me take the lens hood off at one point. I love the lens hood that came with that one. There's nothing wrong with the lens hood that came with this one, but a lot of people tout this as an advantage. It has a little window in it, and the window is so that when you have it on your camera, if you have a circular polarizer lens or a
ND filter,
a variable ND filter, you can reach in there and twist or turn it.
That's brilliant, actually.
It is brilliant
For video.
in theory.
Yes.
I don't like it.
Do you use ND filters in common practice?
Very rarely.
So in video you would.
Okay.
So in video that would be a really good,
Big
helpful deal.
Yeah.
But in photo you're just changing your shutter speed.
And I just find when I'm carrying these cameras around on a long event, it just works its way down, and it annoys me. It's a fiddly thing. You don't like fiddly things.
Oh, fiddly is the worst.
But it's not. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's a feature that they added that I think is cool for some people, but it didn't make me want to go, ooh, I'd like that.
Now, one of the things that I did like that is neat on this lens is that it is you can swap it from a smooth aperture to a clickable aperture.
Yes.
That is interesting. So you don't accidentally, like in video, you don't want necessarily.
Listen.
There it is. See, I love that because then you have a physical confirmation of where you are rather than in the middle somewhere. So you can set your, do you want to jump it by thirds? Do you want to jump it by full stops? Do you want to jump it? And so you click, 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 you know what's going on versus a smooth one, which in video is helpful because you can slowly change it. And clicking in video is not real good, but in photography,
photos,
that's brilliant.
that tactile feedback is actually really cool.
So to have both, it's wonderful.
And I love using this lens on my Nikon ZF, which is sort of a retro style camera anyway. And so to have that clickable aperture, and you can program this aperture ring to adjust other things. It doesn't have to adjust the aperture, or you can turn it completely off, which is very nice.
Have you ever changed it to adjust to something else?
No.
Yeah,
no.
we pretty much set it and forget it, eh?
Correct. And I
Yep.
usually use the camera controls to adjust aperture these days anyway.
Cool.
Another just a quick little thing. The joke where I was making that I was focusing on your face from here to there.
Yep.
It does have a closer autofocus minimum focus distance.
Okay.
So
is it considered a macro?
No. It's not a macro, but it's a little better than that one. So
Gotcha.
the improvements where it counts: lighter weight, smaller, slimmer factor size, closer autofocus, faster autofocus. These are features that really made me want to upgrade.
Nice. What's the cost difference?
I don't know if I want to get into that.
How much did you spend? How much did you spend? All right, what's the net? What's the net? You sold yours and
Plus, you can look this up online. It's going to change in 3 weeks anyway. I mean,
Fair enough.
Your prices change so fast.
And you could probably buy one used in about 6 months.
It was a significant increase in price, but again, I got a fair deal for mine. And if I'd have waited 6-10 months, then that wouldn't have been as much
What
value.
is the price of lighter weight, faster, more sharpness? The little door that bugs you. What is the price of that?
Now you see, you're arguing my point to my wife.
I
See?
tell you, hey, Cammy, pay attention. This was a good deal. Listen, he doesn't have to go to the doctor for his back if you decrease everything that he's got by 1 pound.
That's right. We're saving money.
That's what we're doing. All right, so that is a comparison, just a brief overview of the major qualities and major features of the version 1 versus version 2 of the 24-270. Thanks for watching Moto Photo Adventures.
Cool.
Oh, and hit the like and subscribe button.
And what's the other button? What's it called? Where they push it? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know?
Alerts?
No, there's this new thing now where you can...
I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll cut it off there.